Hi, it's January 18th, 2015. This is going to be video number 3, and I'm still in my pre-surgery weight loss portion of my bariatric journey. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about dieting. It's a very, very tough thing. It's by far the toughest part of the entire journey and beyond. It's literally changing your life and how you approach life situations, whether it's socializing with family, friends, get-togethers. It's food is there, and it's a struggle, obviously, or we wouldn't be in this situation. So, a couple of years ago, I had quit smoking, and that was by far my greatest achievement in life. I was a 2.5 pack a day smoker, and I had smoked well over a decade. And I had chronic bronchitis and not emphysema, sorry, asthma. Just I was in real bad shape on my way of developing emphysema, and it was really hard for me to even walk around the block without being out of breath or anything like that. So I decided to tackle it, and it was really hard. It was a mind game as much as a um, physical reaction to not having that nicotine and not being able to smoke after watching or during watching TV or after dinner, things like that. But I made it a challenge, and I wanted to prove that I could do it and show myself how stubborn I could actually be. So I had to kind of make a fun game out of it. Um, of course, I gave everybody that I knew in my life fair warning that, I was going to be really uptight and snappy and all those things and pretty much unpleasant. So to understand that it was something that needed to be done. Anyway, so since this isn't about smoking, this is about food, it's kind of the same thing. When it comes to diet, a lot of people have a tendency, and I was one of them, to just jump in, and it's like, okay, quit everything, I'm just gonna do it, and um, just go into this whole diet mode. And from my experience, I've lost 20 pounds on my own so far, so I kind of know a little bit about it. But I think the best way to do it is in stages. Um, Pay attention to what your weaknesses are. Is it overeating? Um, which all of us probably do, but like for me, I started paying attention to portions. I really started reading labels and seeing how much sugar, how much calories and carbs and all those things. And I started making conscious choices about not buying those pies, not buying the ice cream, not buying those things. But I didn't do it all at once. One of my big things is before I go to bed, I watch Netflix and I have my favorite shows, and I would have my snacks like a box of, I wouldn't eat them all at the same time, but Twinkies or some kind of cake like that, ho-hos, whatever, and that would be my snack, and I would just be munching all the time, and chips, I was a big chip eater. So it just got to the point where it's like, okay, one or the other. So it was either the cupcakes or the chips. And then I would just gradually get into it while I was getting used to reading the labels and buying foods that were low fat, low calorie. And I really started watching my sodium intake, and I cut out soda completely. Even diet soda is bad because, as you will learn through the bariatric class, carbonated drinks will actually expand the stomach, and that allows you to take in more food. So if you're eating and you're drinking a carbonated beverage, you will actually eat more because there's more space to fill. Um, and drinking a glass of water before a meal, that really helped for me because I felt full faster. But I did it in stages, and I didn't just do it all at once, and I'm still not completely there. But I consider my changing the way I eat a success already, because I don't have those cupcakes. I don't have any of those snacks at all, including the ice cream, even the low fat. And you gotta really watch also where it'll say no sugar added. That's just a trick in labeling, because that just means they didn't add more sugar than what was already there during the process. So if you look, it'll say still 4, 16, 12 grams of sugar, just like some of the yogurts out there. They're still really high in sugar, and I had no idea. I thought yogurt, it's like, wow, yogurt's got to be really healthy, and it's not. But I think the exception in that is plain Greek yogurt. I think that's pretty healthy, but I'd rather just not eat any. Choices. Switching to just skinless chicken. Baking it instead of frying it. I switched to olive oils instead of the vegetable oils or the canola oils. So it's gradually making these choices, and so for the snacks, I just switched to hard suckers, which I need to break from that because it's still sugar and stuff like that. But I didn't want to get into the diet thing and just all or nothing, because I think that's just kind of setting yourself up for failure. But if you do it gradually at your own pace, and you'll get there. Once you start getting used to the changes in your diet, you'll see, wow, it's not that dramatic, and it's not that hard to understand labels once you get used to it, because there's always a first time of doing something. And it's always hard the very first time you do it. Think about like when you was learning how to drive. It was so scary. It was really hard and almost impossible, and it's like second nature now, right? So dieting is the same thing. Don't do it all at once. Just do it in stages. Cut yourself some slack. It's a very hard thing. Good luck. And that's it for tonight.